Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me in my Hobonichi Weeks for the week of February 11th through the 17th. I thought this would be kind of interesting because I have been seeing in a lot of sticker shops that do predominantly Erin Condren style planner stickers and like planner stickers designed for like travelers notebooks inserts. I've been seeing people who have been more recently doing more Hobonichi stickers, like stickers designed to fit the Hobonichi because it is a little bit smaller than a traditional like Erin Condren style planner or even an insert planner, traveler's notebook planner. So Haley's Handmade Co is the first shop that I saw that really focused on Hobonichi Weeks stickers. So I went ahead and purchased a few of her items, and this is one of her, like, I guess, Weeks kits. So this is the Galaxy kit. So here you can see the first page and then the second page. So I thought I would try doing using this today just to see how it works and to see if it actually works for me. I believe these were, I'm not sure of what the exact prices are. I will leave all that information down below. What I do remember is that it's cheaper than an Erin Condren, obviously, because you have less stickers. But I think if you're still on a budget, this might, over time, I think, cost a lot. Plus, as of right now, I think Haley only has 3, maybe 4 designs. She has like a neutral, this Galaxy one, and then I think a rainbow one. So there's right now not a lot of selection, but which I'm assuming will change as she continues to create new stickers. I'm also going to bring in this Simply Gilded washi with a, it's a lavender with a rose gold foiling. I don't know if I'll actually need it. I think I might want to use it, so I wanted to have that kind of like a just in case. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm also going to pull out this Hobonichi stencil because I'll probably be using that. So here is what the previous week looked like. As you can see, I kind of stopped doing stuff, like stopped filling in towards the end of the week. It is Sunday right now, so I'm probably going to go back and kind of check off everything. I have done everything. The only thing I didn't do was the vitamins and maintain meal plan, which is really difficult for me apparently. But honestly, I haven't had a whole lot of to-dos this week. I haven't really done a whole lot in this area as well, other than what's written. So, I mean, I guess it's been effective for me. I just haven't done a whole lot this week. I've been really tired this week. I don't know why. All right, I'm also going to go ahead and check. I do have a bunch of things going on this week. Actually, on Monday, I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, write that in now. But I do have a movie. My husband and I are going to go see the Lego movie. I think we're going to go see that. I think it's at 5:15 p.m. if I remember correctly. And then, oh, Tuesday there's like a poetry, I think, workshop at the school where I work. It's designed for students, but I might show up because it was interesting because we have English language students and this teacher's working with the students in our class to create poetry, which I think is really interesting because usually it's difficult for to get students interested in poetry, but then for ESL students, I think it can be quite difficult for them because there's that lack of confidence of like, I don't know the grammar, the vocabulary, and so creating poetry is like another level for them. But she's been working with them and I think kind of giving them structures and like scaffolding so that they can create these poems, and it's been really cool from what I've seen. So I'm interested to go to that workshop. That'll be at 4:30. And then on the 13th, my husband scheduled a Valentine's Day dinner for us at 6 p.m. because, or sorry, on the 13th, because on the 14th it's just going to be kind of crazy busy. And then I don't have anything planned as of yet on the weekend. So those are my plans. All right. So we'll see how long this takes. I'm not going to speed it up unless, yeah, probably not going to speed it up. So what I had seen on the Instagram page for Haley's Handmade is that this, which is like a, I guess you would call it equivalent of a quote box, was down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of follow along and lay that down. So it is the width of the actual like spaces of the date. So I would not line it up all the way over to the edge of the papers because that does create that space. Does that make any sense? Here, let me show you close up. That's what I ended up doing. And let's see. These little horizontal lines are supposed to divide the days. So I'll go ahead and lay these down. In the order, she did have a sticker that said to be very careful when you're pulling up these stickers because some of the stickers are quite small because they're designed for the Hobonichi, especially for this these divider stickers. They're super thin. And so if you were to pull them up too quickly, I can see how they would definitely rip. But so far the stickers are cut well, so I haven't had any issues with that yet. These are a matte sticker, which I like matte. I think it's actually easier to write on. It sometimes is, depending on the quality of the matte paper, is not as bright as a glossy or like vinyl sticker. But if I had to choose, I think matte would be my favorite, then glossy. Vinyl stickers I don't really like at all, at least from what I've worked with. I think they look really pretty, but for me, it's a struggle to work with. I don't really like them. Okay. All right, I have one more of these lines, and I'm not sure if I should do it up here at the top. I guess this, let me see if this is not advertised as removable, and it doesn't feel like it's removable. Yeah, it definitely ripped the paper a little bit, so I'm not going to try and remove it. I bet if I used undo, it would probably come up, although I'd probably soak all the pages if I tried to use undo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that. I think now that I've seen this, I probably, and I didn't pay attention to how many lines there are, I'd probably move this up just a little bit so it's flush against the bottom. So that way you don't see this bottom line. And then I will go ahead and put this one up at the top. Okay. Yeah, these are not a removable mat. All right, so another thing that she has are these little date covers, which are kind of cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay these down as well. I'm still trying to figure out if I like the idea of Hobonichi stickers, because I think the idea of creating a really cohesive spread using stickers appeals to me. And so I like the idea of using these Hobonichi stickers. However, at the same time, they're so tiny. And one, I don't know if it's worth the money, just not necessarily for this shop, but just in general. I don't know if it's worth the money to invest in stickers in a small planner, in a planner so small like this. And then two, I don't know how effective these stickers are going to be because they are so tiny. So here's what it looks like so far. And I'm not the world's most perfect sticker layer, especially when it comes to Hobonichi, because this is all new, so they're a little bit probably crooked, but you know, if you've seen any of my videos, you notice I don't really care. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. She had this up here. at the top in her video. I'm gonna go ahead, or in her Instagram, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. So again, this is the same width as the grid boxes. So there is a little bit of space on each side. And then these she had, I think, designed where they could fit. I'm gonna use a pair of tweezers for this. Where they would fit in these boxes here, which I guess you would have wanted to put down the dividers first. If you were gonna use these like checklists in these boxes, in this horizontal box, I probably would have wanted to put down the dividers last and put this down first. So that way, because right now you can see the white will overlap the divider, and I don't really like the way that looks. So I would do the dividers afterwards so it would cover it. But I'm not gonna do that there because you know that's not how I set up my TN, not TN. This feels like a TN kit right now. This is not how I set up my Hobonichi. So I'm just going to put these over here. So I think what I'm going to do is use, let's see, honestly, I did not plan this out at all. So I'm not even sure. Yep, I should have divided. Real life planning, did not actually plan out how I'm going to plan out my layout. Just kind of funny now that I say it out loud. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is just very carefully draw a line in between the dividers. In the future, if I were to use this again, I would have drawn the lines first. There's a lot of things I would have done first before the dividers, now that I think about it. And that line is super crooked. Holy moly. I'm going to work with it because it's a planner. It isn't meant to be perfect. I'm supposed to use it every day, and that's gonna bother me, but I'm gonna use this as a lesson for do your lines first and then put your dividers down. All right, I'm going to use this little banner to be my to-do list. And then you can put down this to-do, which is so tiny, but it could go right in the middle. You know, what I actually would have done, okay, so if I were to do this again, which I kind of want to, I'm almost tempted to get my undo and redo some of this. I am. I'll be right back. All right, I went back and I got some undo, and I also got some coffee. It's in my Disney mug because I think I'm gonna do some major changes, and normally I wouldn't do this, but now that I think about this, I definitely laid down the stickers too quickly without really thinking of how I wanted to lay them down, which I think is actually a little bit unusual since I've started recording these my planner layouts on video. Usually I think about it a little bit more. So I'm going to try undo. If you are not familiar with undo, it is basically a remover for adhesives in the planner community, especially with like Erin Condren or Traveler's Notebooks. This is really popular for removing stickers that maybe like you laid them down and then they were super crooked, or you realized you wanted to switch them up and move them. It does leave a little bit of a residue. It is alcohol based, so it does have a distinct smell. And I would probably want to like have it in an open space or not around a lot of, not a closed area. And it is alcohol based, so it's not supposed to affect the ink. So we're going to try this out. I've never used it on Tomoe River paper, so I'm assuming it's going to act the exact same way as any of the other items. So as you can see, these really thin stickers, they just peel right up right now. And then in theory, once the undo dries, the sticker is still sticky. All right, so as you can see with the undo, it doesn't really affect anything on the back. It dries super quick, so you can't even see. And actually, because these pieces of stickers, these stickers were so thin, it doesn't leave a residue. If you were to have like a big box, like, or a big sticker like this, it usually leaves a residue, at least on like other planners. I actually don't know if the Tomoe River paper, like, because of the coating, if it would actually not be as sticky. So I don't know. Okay, so here's why I took up the stickers. And now that I have a clear line of view, I'm probably gonna white that out. If I can find the white out, that's the other issue. These are still a little bit sticky, so I think what I'm going to do is actually use it to divide the sections of the to-dos, which now, as I can see, are a little bit too small. Okay, so I'm going to work with that. I'm going to use one of these little and then just tear the sticker. All right, and then this one says groceries tracker this week to buy Happy Mail. Well, I'm definitely gonna do the tracker. I think I'm gonna do this week. This week will kind of act as my like top 3, or like things I need to focus on, which I didn't do at all last week, or this end of this. This is Sunday, so I guess this is the end of this week. And now I'm gonna use just one of these purple. For the last section, I'm going to do the tracker here. My tracker in the past, I'm kind of all sorts of a mess today. This plan with me is a little bit of a hot mess, but I'm doing something completely new. And I think what I'm going to do in the present, as I'm waiting, is I'm going to lay down this, because there's nothing down here to cover up this section, but I do want to cover it up. So I think I'm going to put down this washi. And here's my whiteout. So I remember I said that I'm going to use this as a learning. Nope. I'm going to cover that up because now that I don't have the dividers, to me the line seemed way more obvious. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, so these stars are really big. The stars do not line up with the grid, just as a heads up. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to put the rest of these stickers down. Originally I was planning to pull up each one of these and do like a line of stars and then a line of hearts to create my to-do checklist. But because the stars don't line up with the boxes completely, I don't know if I want to do that or not. So I decided to shift focus right now and worry about that later. So I decided that since I've already included a little bit of foiling and I need to put date dots in, I'm going to just go ahead and go all out with the foiling. And these are little date dots. They're actually little date squares from Scribble Prints Co. And I just pulled the rose gold. So it doesn't exactly match with the Simply Gilded rose gold, but I figured whatever. I don't use these date dots very often, so I'm gonna go ahead and use them today. I'd originally written out the dates, but as soon as I wrote them out, I was like, I do not like the way it looks a little bit too messy. So here we are, putting down little date dots. I feel like this spread is getting way more high maintenance than I was anticipating. I thought this was going to be just a really quick, like, let me show you what this little like mini Hobonichi Weeks sticker kit can do, and instead it's turning out to be more of an ordeal. Not because of the stickers themselves, but just because I didn't think things through and I have a very specific way of planning. So I guess that's my fault. All right, I'm going to put down, so I have on the 14th, wow, this takes up a whole lot of space for what I was going to do. Well, I guess I'll put it down on the 14th. And then I think what I will do for the other 2 days, because, no. Oh God, please don't rip. Okay. I'm gonna put this down on the 13th because the 13th is when I'm going on the dinner date. The 12th is the, oh my God, it's so crooked. The 12th is the poetry workshop, and then the 11th is the movie. So I'm gonna use these little stickers for that. So if you're only planning on using like one column for certain things, then the little stickers are really good, and these slightly bigger bubble, like bigger rectangles are, they take up a lot of space. Also looks, sorry, I'm usually not this picky about stickers. I do not know why it's bothering me today, but it is. Okay, let's see. So let me just go ahead and fill this in since that's my focus right now. So okay, these smaller ones are quite tiny. And if you're trying to write something with a lot of information, I think it'd be quite difficult. But the bigger boxes, because they take up a lot of space, are actually, I thought that it would be difficult to write in these boxes, but it's actually not. So that works out really well. All right, let's see. Let me just double check. Okay, nothing else going on for that week. I still want to do still want to divide in half. Eventually, I will be doing some sort of exercise that would justify me splitting this in half into a social media and exercise box. I'm hoping it'll be this week. I mean, but honestly, who knows? Like, I'm doing really, really well with my like daily, except today. Today was kind of a weird situation because I'm filming. I like to film in the mornings because my husband's still in bed, and it just gets, the camera microphone picks up everything once he starts walking around, and then the dog starts walking around. So filming in the morning is easiest, which means that the rest of my morning routine gets delayed. Okay. Then we had H2O. I am still going to attempt to track my water. And I really do like using this long blue one because then it's just one straight line. I think the exercise and the water and like the meal plan, like meal planning, I've been so good at doing these other like habits, but I can't do everything at once, right? That's kind of what I realized, like your body or your discipline, your willpower, I guess, like there's only so much willpower you have, and until I think you get into a routine and it just becomes automatic, like adding new things is not always the best thing to do. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, so I have what I have left. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep these. I'm gonna go ahead and keep them and just, I'll be writing bigger on them. I mean, I've done that before in this one, so it'll look something more like that. Because I do want to use all of these stickers, like they're really cute. And then these little circle icons I probably won't really use. Okay, so on this page, all I have left is this set of star checklist. I'm gonna go ahead and move that over here. And then if I use it this week, I will include it. I'll stick it down. And same thing with this little tiny, if something comes up at the end of the week, I have a little sticker I can use, and then I have some extra little like appointment labels, and then these larger boxes for like things that might be going on in the weekend. All right, so at the end of these two stickers, so generally what do I think of this? Well, I actually really like the idea behind this kit, but I think that if you are someone who divides this out in a very strict way, like if you kind of just look through, this was a little bit more freeform. This was just because I needed to use up some of the space, and a lot of this I was freeforming. So if I was doing something like this where I just had to-dos and then I kind of just threw in other things as they happened, then I think that this would be a really great little sticker kit for your Hobonichi. But since I have started doing these very like strict, like this is where my to-do is and this is where my tracker is, then I don't know how this fits. I think these are great for spacing if you write a little bit larger and you want to have a checklist. It is on white paper, so you can see there is that contrast if you have just the white background. I like how there's this kind of almost like a full box or like a quote at the very bottom. I think that that's really cute. So overall, I do like the sticker kit and I like how it turns out. But I also like having the creative ability to kind of, or flexibility to kind of create my own designs. And so I wonder if this limits it a little bit. I think, you know, I don't know. I really, really like this. I'm not saying I don't like this. I'm actually thinking of doing, I have a few more of these stickers, like little sticker mini kits that I wanted to include as part of a giveaway. So I don't want to say that I don't like these, because I do like them. I just don't necessarily know if it's my style. So anyway, with that being said, I am finished with my plan with me for this week. Nothing else really going on. You know what? Because I have these lines in the middle, I think I need to outline the rest of it. Okay, I think that looks so much better now, that because before it looked like this was the middle line, the dividing line, but it was only partially. Now I can see all of the dividing lines. Okay, so at the end of this really hot mess of a plan with me, here's what my end result looks like. I'm happy with this end result. I think there was a little bit of a learning curve using a full like sticker kit in the Hobonichi Weeks, because I've never done that before, and anytime you use a sticker kit for the first time, there's a little bit of a learning curve as you're trying to figure out how you want to use it and how it's going to work for you. So here are the stickers that I have left. I actually do have a few, like one set of these little dividers left over, because the dividers were originally supposed to go across here, but I decided I wanted to use them for here. However, keep in mind that these dividers, they're only wide enough to go across this section and do not include the date area, so they don't go all the way across. I did have to kind of use the second sticker to kind of add a little bit of a piece there because it's a little bit too short. So just keep that in mind. And then I have these extra stickers, which I will actually place in the planner, probably in this pocket here. And then as the week progresses, if things happen later on in the week, then I can include those stickers and add them to the spread. So here it is. This is the final look for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. I will leave information to Haley's Handmade Co. Shop if you're interested in purchasing from her. I did purchase these with my own money. She doesn't know that I'm creating this video or anything. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.